All human creation starts with thought, yet the question persists, how do our thoughts arise? The burning desire to know this question drew a young Carl Jung into the studies of psychology. Jung was quickly recognized as a great mind in the community and began working with the famous and elderly Sigmund Freud. After years of collaboration, Jung found himself dissatisfied with Freud's theories as they sharply contradicted his own keen observations. Immersed in the study of schizophrenia patients, Jung astutely identified intricate patterns within their delusions. Driven by intrigue, he embarked on a quest to unveil the elusive origins of these patterns. In the course of this exploration, Jung encountered what he would later describe as his most profound discovery. Jung called it active imagination. It is a method designed to engage with and explore the contents of the unconscious mind, allowing individuals to actively participate in the symbolic and imaginative aspects of their psyche. Active imagination involves consciously entering a state of focused attention and engaging with the spontaneous images, thoughts, and fantasies that emerge from the unconscious. This can be done through techniques such as deep reflection, meditation, or a form of intentional daydreaming. In a profound pursuit of comprehending his patients, Jung embarked on a personal exploration, applying this technique to himself and meticulously documenting his encounters with the subconscious mind, ultimately giving rise to the mysterious and enigmatic Red Book. Jung writes, "I worked on this book for 16 years. To the superficial observer, it will appear like madness. It would also have developed into one, had I not been able to absorb the overpowering force of the original experiences. With the help of alchemy, I could finally arrange them into a whole. I always knew that these experiences contained something precious, and therefore I knew of nothing better than to write them down. Unlocking the wisdom within this book unveils the secrets to realizing your fullest potential." Let's delve into a brief excerpt, dissecting the profound vision it holds. Jung writes, "This was the vision that I did not want to see, the horror that I did not want to live. A sickening feeling of nausea sneaks up on me. I am reluctant to enter this dreary and unsightly valley. The air smells of crime and foul cowardly deeds. I am seized by disgust and horror. I walk hesitantly over the boulders, avoiding every dark place for fear of treading on a serpent. The sun shines weakly out of a gray and distant sky. All the leaves are shriveled. A marionette with a broken hat lies before me. Amidst the stones a few steps further, a small apron, and then behind the bush the body of a small girl, covered with terrible wounds, smeared with blood. One foot is clad with a stocking and shoe, the other is naked and gorily crushed. The head, where is the head? The head is a mash of blood, with hair and whitish pieces of bone, surrounded by stone smeared with brain and blood. My gaze is captivated by this awful sight. A shrouded figure like that of a woman is standing calmly next to the child. Her face is covered by an impenetrable veil. She asks me,
'What then do you say?'
What should I say? This is beyond words.
Do you understand this?
I refuse to understand such things. I can't speak about them without becoming enraged.
Why become enraged? You might as well rage every day of your life, for these and similar things occur on earth every day.
But most of the time we don't see them.
So, knowing that they happen is not enough to enrage you?
If I merely have knowledge of something, it's easier and simpler. The horror is less real if all I have is knowledge.
Step nearer, and you will see that the body of the child has been cut open. Take out the liver."
I will not touch this corpse. As someone witnessed this, they would think that I'm the murderer.
"You are cowardly. Take out the liver."
Why should I do this? This is absurd.
"I want you to remove the liver. You must do it."
Who are you to give me such an order?
"I am the soul of this child. You must do this for my sake."
I understand nothing, but I'll believe you and do this horrific and absurd deed. I reach into the child's visceral cavity. It is still warm, the liver is still firmly attached. I take my knife and cut it free of the ligaments, then I take it out and hold it with bloody hands toward the figure.
"I thank you."
What should I do?
You know what the liver means, and you ought to perform the healing act with it.
What is to be done?
Take a piece of the liver in place of the whole and eat it.
What are you demanding? This is absolute madness. This is desecration, necrophilia. You make me a guilty party to this most hideous of all crimes.
You have devised the most horrible torment for the murderer, which could atone for his act. There is only one atonement: abase yourself and eat.
I can't, I refuse, I can't participate in this horrible guilt.
You share in this guilt. You are a man, and a man has committed this deed.
Yes, I'm a man. I curse whoever did this for being a man.
So take part in his act, abase yourself and eat. I need atonement.
So shall it be for your sake, as you are the soul of this child. I cut off a piece of the liver and put it in my mouth. My gorge rises, tears burst from my eyes, cold sweat covers my brow, a dull sweet taste of blood. I swallow with desperate efforts. It is impossible. Once again, and once again, I almost faint. It is done. The horror has been accomplished.
I thank you.
She throws her veil back, a beautiful maiden with ginger hair.
Do you recognize me?
How strangely familiar you are. Who are you?
I am your soul.
That was Jung's first encounter with the soul, but the most important question still remains: why would Jung experience such a horrible vision? The potency of understanding lies within the unraveling of this why, for without it, one remains powerless in the face of such deep revelations. The essence of life's purpose lies in the journey toward becoming fully human, a state where specific emotional responses manifest in the face of evil. Whether or not one comprehends the absolute truth that humanity is one, the subconscious knows it, rendering one accountable when fellow humans commit acts of wrongdoing. Every action undergoes the sequential stages of thought, emotion, and then action. For instance, the thought of food triggers the emotion of hunger, culminating in physical action. Similarly, when witnessing an act of bullying, the initial thought that something is amiss prompts an emotional response. However, the challenge lies in the emotion not reaching a strength capable of propelling one into taking physical world action against the perpetrator. Confronted with an intensity of evil, Jung's present level of consciousness faltered, especially when his soul urged him to consume the liver, a reality underscored by his response: I can't, I refuse, I won't be a part of this overwhelming guilt. Jung's soul then pressed him with an unyielding truth: you share in this guilt, you are a man, and a man has committed this deed. The profound discomfort and repulsion that Jung undergoes while consuming the liver, an emblem of the very seed of human emotions, serves as an alchemical catalyst. This transformative experience elevates his innate emotional responses, compelling him to take decisive action against evil, thereby transcending his humanity to attain a heightened state of being. Reflect deeply into your soul. In the face of injustice, do you maintain silence, timidly relying on others to take action? If the answer is yes, recognize that your silence becomes a complicit share in the perpetuation of evil. Thank you for viewing.